to Lincoln, Nebraska. Today, at a place where the fans have shown unprecedented loyalty. They packed this place no matter the circumstances, and optimism running high as the Cornhuskers are set to open a new season. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Huskers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Finds his tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Looking to throw on first down. Now improvising. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He wants to throw it again. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Bunch formation for these receivers. Power football with the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He'll pitch it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
To throw, it's Raiola. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's got it! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finds his man. It's Washington. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world.
There he goes! He's up to 81 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Caught in the backfield, it's Barney. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Huskers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down.
He's trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
This wide receiver is so dynamic. The bubble screen is a play every offense has in their back pocket now these days. You just want to find different ways for this guy to touch the football, whether it's jets, reverses, and bubble screens. He makes people look so silly out in space like he did right there.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The inside handoff. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32. Syracuse right back at it.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here's a heat. That's wheeled in. It's great. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Oh, he makes the catch. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the team.
Touchdown, Husker! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Fires left. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Syracuse right back at it.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Orange. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mills. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Got a man. It's Tuggle. Turning it on. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He wants to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
To the air, it's Lacey. Buys a little time with his feet. Pulls it in, it's Udo.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Forced out of the pocket. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. When you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
A strike downfield. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get get this thing started. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Washington. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Well, Lil Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, how about I have it and what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
On to attempt the try. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up by 21 over Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. Breaks into the open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
To the air. It's Lacey. Buys a little time. On the shuffle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Going for it all. He's got it on the outside. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Raiola. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Looking downfield on first down. Ooh, takes a hit as he fires. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the
touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Looking for a man, it's Lacey. Fires to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Got him downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Syracuse right back at it. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, you find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw it. Extending the play. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle, it's Mills. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The corner route is a very difficult route to cover. It's difficult because the receiver pushes up the field, so it looks like a deep route and then breaks really quickly to the sideline.
The handoff to Johnson. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going.
There he goes. Touchdown, Orange. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running.
Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Oh, look at Mr. Hands take. And now the ball is knocked free. Kicking team's got it. Touchdown.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Hunter. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Huskers headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on the critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Tuggle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nelson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot every time he has looked his way. Good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
The offense changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Tuggle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. Down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
Pulls it in. It's Hunter.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Unloads it left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Makes the grab over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Finds us back in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Give him 114 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the 4th quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback keeps it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
And a short run there, and that'll end it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.